Hi everyone, this is Bob from the Fitness Center. Hope you're doing well and having a great day. Since you've kind of been isolated in your homes and many of you don't have any home fitness equipment, today I want to take you through what we call an isometric workout using something that I'm sure that you all have, which is a door frame. I'm sure you all have at least one of these. Now, isometrics is a form of training where we're either pushing or pulling against an immovable object. And you can build strength, but also if you hold these for a longer period of time, you can also build muscle. So I'm going to take you through a full body routine, but before we start, there's been a lot of research around how long do you need to hold these to have an effect. And most people say somewhere between 5 and 8 seconds. So that's not very long. So you can get a pretty good workout in a short period of time. So what I'm going to do is take you through a quick follow along routine. So I want you to get to a door frame and let's get started. Now, a couple things I want you to remember in all these exercises. Number one, keep a nice long spine and keep your abs tight. And so focus on your posture through all points so that we're doing this. And number two, make sure you breathe. If you hold your breath, you're going to tend to spike your blood pressure, and that's something that we don't want, especially for those of you who already have blood pressure issues. Now, first exercise, we're going to start with an overhead press. So I want you to take your hands to the top of the door frame, keep your elbows slightly bent. And for those of you that maybe are a little shorter, you may need to stand on the balls of your feet or perhaps even stand on a stool. A kind of a good sturdy multi-step stool will work really well for this, and you'll be fairly stable. So go ahead and just be nice and tall and press up. We're going to hold for about 6 seconds. 5, 6. And now we're going to take our hands out to the edge of the door frame here and do it again. Go ahead and press. Make sure you're breathing and relax. Now for both of those exercises, one modification of that, or one other way that you can do that if you can't reach the top of the door frame, is to actually go into a staggered stance, lean your body forward so that you're more horizontal to the ground, and you can reach your hands out and either against the door frame or a wall and go ahead and press in that same way that we just did. All right, so now we're going to bring our hands down to the inside of the door frame. Palms are facing out, nice and tall, and we're going to press. This is sort of your Samson press. And relax. All right, so now we're going to go into pressing forward. So I'm going to go into a staggered stance and go to a kind of inverted V with my arms. Place my palms against the door frame, nice and tall, and then press. So I'm working the front of my shoulders and arms. And relax. Now I'm going to go up to a mid position, and so, since my arms are longer and this door's in the way a little bit here especially, I'm going to go ahead and bend my arms and go ahead and press forward, working my chest and the front of my shoulders, and relax. And now I'm going to go up to a Y position overhead. My palms are forward. Okay, again, nice and tall, and I'm going to press. Make sure you're breathing and relax. Now, if you can, we're going to bring our hands in a little closer, arms in a little closer, and do that one more time. Go ahead and press. And then relax. Now for those last two modifications, if you can't get up to the top of the door frame, one thing you could do is actually lie face down on the floor if you felt comfortable with that, and just press your arms down into the floor. It would work pretty much the same way. So that was pushing. Now we're going to go with pulling. So I'm going to actually start with my hands up at the top of the door frame again. I'm going to have my thumbs facing. You can go with the back of your hands if that's more comfortable. I know this exercise here, so I'm going to be a little careful. Nice and tall, and I'm going to press backwards. And relax. Now I'm going to come out to kind of the sides and edge of the door frame here in a Y position. And again, I'm going to press. And relax. Now, a modification for those two exercises, again, I could lie face up on the ground and bring my arms back overhead. And if I needed something to kind of fill the gap between my arms and the floor, I could put a pillow back in there or something else where I'd be able to bring my arms to it and press. Now I'm going to go to a mid position again. Again, I'm in my staggered stance. My palms are facing forward, and I'm going to press back. And again, focus on your breath. Nice and tall. And relax. And try and pull your shoulder blades together. And relax. Now I'm going to go to my inverted V position again with my palms forward. You could also press with the palms of your hands if you wanted. I'm going to go with my palms facing. And again, I'm going to press back. And relax. So that's the upper body. Now we're going to go to our lower body. First exercise, I'm going to go ahead and press out with my leg. This is called hip abduction, moving away from the midline. I'm going to take the outside of my foot against the door frame, stay nice and tall, and press out. And relax. Now I'm going to go to the other side. Again, outside of the foot against the door frame, and I'm going to push out. Now you might notice that the other leg is working as well. In fact, mine is shaking right now. And relax. Okay, so I pushed out. Now I'm going to go ahead and push in. Now I'm going to turn so I don't disappear from you. On my right foot, I'm going to take the inside of my foot against the door frame, and I'm going to press across my body. And relax. Switch to the left. Go ahead and press across. And relax. Now I'm going to press forward, working the front of my hip and my leg. I'm going to bring the ball of my foot to the door frame. Stay nice and tall and press. And relax. Left side, ready, and let's press. And again, you might notice that the other leg is working. And relax. Now I went forward, now I'm going to press back. So I'm going to take my heel to the door frame, leg is a little bit behind me. I'm going to go ahead and press, working the back of my thigh and into my glutes. And relax. And then left side. Ready, and press. And relax. And that's it. Now that didn't take very long, but if you did it with me, you should feel like your entire body is pretty activated right now. Now the other thing is we didn't do any direct exercise for the abdominals, but because we are having to stabilize as we're pushing and pulling in all these different directions, we're also working your trunk or your core, as a lot of people like to call it. Now, just to wrap this up, I think it's really important that as you start trying these, or in the beginning, you just simply try to experience the exercises. A lot of people, as they start with these, will have questions like, well, how hard should I push, or where should my feet be? As long as you're keeping a nice long spine and trying to get into the positions and pressing fairly hard, you're going to be automatically teaching your body how to stabilize. So as I'm pushing or as I'm pulling, it's not just my arms that are working, it's my entire body working to kind of keep everything in place. So the goal, just to kind of reiterate, is that as I'm pushing, my body is not moving, my arms are not moving, and hopefully the door frame's not going to be moving. But if you get that strong, that's pretty cool. You can let me know. Just don't ask me to fix your door frame for you. Now, finally, if you're smaller in stature, if let's say your arms are not very long, it's perfectly okay to do these with a single arm. So you can adjust by how well you're able to reach and move around inside the door frame. Now, one last thing before I end, I just want to give a quick acknowledgement to Dr. Eric Cobb of Z Health Performance Solutions for both the idea and the exercises in this video. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have questions, please let me know. God bless you and have a great day.